The pattern you're observing, where systems like communism or capitalism evolve into oligarchies, can be attributed to several underlying structural flaws common to both systems. These flaws create conditions that favor the concentration of power and wealth in the hands of a few. Here are some key factors. Human nature and power consolidation. In both capitalism and communism, human tendencies towards self-interest, competition, and the pursuit of power can lead to the consolidation of resources. Those who initially accumulate power and wealth often seek to maintain and expand it, using the system's structure to entrench their dominance. Over time, this creates an elite class that wields disproportionate influence, often marginalizing the majority. Capitalism, wealth inequality, and corporate influence. Wealth concentration. Capitalism tends to reward those who control the means of production, creating a widening gap between the wealthy and the rest of society. As corporations and wealthy individuals gain influence, they exert control over political institutions, often shaping policies that maintain or expand their power. Regulatory capture. Businesses and wealthy individuals can shape regulations to their advantage by lobbying, making political donations, and influencing public discourse, thus ensuring their continued dominance. Communism. Centralized power and bureaucratic elite. Centralized control. In theory, communism aims for an egalitarian society, but in practice, the centralized control by the state often leads to a small group or party elite dominating economic and political decisions. This group becomes the new oligarchy, controlling resources and power under the guise of representing the people. Corruption and bureaucracy. The lack of democratic accountability in a highly centralized system can lead to corruption and an entrenched bureaucratic class, which often serves its own interests rather than those of the broader population. Erosion of democratic institutions. In both systems, when democratic mechanisms are weakened or undermined, checks on power diminish. Whether it's through voter disenfranchisement in capitalist democracies or the suppression of dissent in communist states, the erosion of democracy allows elites to consolidate control, transforming the system into an oligarchy. Ineffective wealth redistribution. Neither system has effectively solved the issue of wealth redistribution. Capitalism often lacks robust social safety nets or progressive taxation sufficient to address inequality, while communism has historically struggled with inefficient resource allocation and corruption, leading to black markets and elite-controlled wealth. In essence, the combination of human tendencies, economic concentration, centralized control, and weakened democratic safeguards make it difficult for either system to avoid devolving into oligarchy.